I'm here today to tell you how experienced importers limit product defects. The process is broken down into 3 stages. Stage 1, prevent product defects before production begins. Stage 2, identify product defects that appear in production with a quality control inspection. And Stage 3, address product defects found and prevent their reoccurrence. This video will cover Stage 3. For Stage 1 and 2 videos on prevention and identification, follow the links in the description below. In Stage 1, we talked about the 6 steps to prevent product defects before production begins. In Stage 2, we explained how to identify quality defects shortly before, during, and after mass production. Here in the last stage, we'll cover how to handle defects after production and prevent them from reoccurring. Stage 3 is all about what to do when quality defects slip through the cracks. We'll break this stage down into 4 sections: requesting corrective action through product rework, destroying unsellable goods, updating your QC checklist and product specifications, and requesting reinspection and chargebacks. First, let's talk about corrective action through product rework. Product rework before shipment can save you time and money you might otherwise spend fixing problems after receiving an order. But the ability to rework a product depends on the severity of the defect. A minor defect may be a bit unsightly, but difficult to remove. For example, removing excess material on an injection molded item, also known as flash, can introduce more serious defects to your product. Other defects, such as use of the wrong logo on an item or unacceptable fabric density, can be impossible to rework. When considering product rework, always ask, what is the cost of rework compared to the value of the shipment? How much time is needed for your rework? Will rework delay the shipment? And what is the risk of introducing new defects into the product? Always weigh the costs and risks against the benefits of trying to mend quality issues before asking your supplier to rework a product. Next, let's talk about destroying unsellable goods. Product destruction is rare, but it can be a necessary step to eliminate product defects. Importers will typically destroy goods to protect their brand from a substandard product, or to prevent competitors from buying and selling their defective inventory. There are a variety of ways to approach product destruction. Your chosen method will depend on your product type and the cost and convenience of destruction. We've seen fabric cushions destroyed with scissors, 200,000 pairs of fitness gloves put through an industrial shredder, and 30,000 pairs of promotional earbuds crushed with a large roller. You can get creative with your chosen destruction method to find one that effectively destroys goods while keeping costs down. But it's always important to have reliable oversight from a third party throughout the destruction process. Otherwise, your supplier might resell the goods for profit rather than destroying them. Next, let's cover updating your QC checklist and product specifications. If you find a previously unknown defect or other product issue in your goods, updating related QC documents to address this helps prevent it from reoccurring in the future. Without revising these documents to clarify your expectations, how could you expect to see improvement in the next order? Many defects can be prevented in future shipments just by making your supplier aware of the issues and your tolerance for them. Product specs and QC checklists should always be current. Try to revise them regularly with known quality issues and tolerances, even well after your supplier has manufactured and shipped the first order. Lastly, let's talk about reinspection and chargebacks. Unless you decided to destroy your order, you'll usually want to perform a reinspection. This will help you verify whether any corrective action have achieved your desired results. The initial agreement you made with your supplier should outline who holds the financial burden of any rework and reinspections. Many new importers are optimistic when placing their first order, but they're often frustrated later when their supplier refuses to cover the cost of reinspection or to refund substandard goods because that expectation wasn't set up front. Always prepare for the worst in your initial agreement. Remember, factory owners are people too. And like most people, they don't like to be blindsided by a penalty they didn't agree to pay for, failure to meet, an expectation they didn't agree to meet. You might have noticed this 3-stage process is somewhat cyclical. Once you've completed stage 3, you find yourself returning to certain parts of stage 1, namely in refining your expectations. This rinse and repeat style approach makes sense because quality improvement is often a gradual, recurring, and standardized process. If there's one key suggestion we hope you'll take away from this series, it's that the best method for limiting product defects is prevention. Establish clear expectations up front and avoid quality problems before they occur. This is almost always easier and more cost-effective than trying to correct defects after production is started. Click the link below to download our ebook for more information on preventing product defects. Thanks for watching and best of luck in managing your product quality.